A health alert tonight that we have been following on hepatitis A. 2 more cases of the virus have been reported. One of them is in Kanawha County at the Cold Spot on Washington Street West in Charleston. That marks the 6th food worker in that area with a virus. We can tell you that family members and co-workers of the patient are getting the vaccine as a precaution.
Yeah, the other new case we're hearing about in Boyd County, an employee at Tudor's Biscuit World on Winchester Avenue in Ashland. That marks the 9th case in Boyd County so far.
We continue to hear about precautions to prevent the spread of Hep A, things like frequent hand washing and getting the vaccination.
But how likely is it for you to contract hepatitis A from eating at a restaurant where a food handler was diagnosed? Tonight, an infectious disease specialist hopes to put your fears of eating out to rest.
If everybody gets the vaccine, is vaccinated, there is almost zero risk.
While most of us know getting the vaccination for hepatitis A is the best way to prevent transmission, along with frequent hand washing using plain old soap and water, perhaps something less known, that feeling of security when eating out.
I don't go out very much to eat at restaurants.
Like I go home and I cook and I do it all myself. That way I know where it's coming from.
However, Dr. Martin Neone says
Foodborne is extremely unlikely in the United States.
An infectious disease specialist with Our Lady of Bellefonte Hospital in Ashland, Kentucky, Dr. Neone says you can put those fears of eating out to rest, even if a restaurant has a food service worker diagnosed with Hep A and you eat there.
The only possibility of transmission is if the employee is having active diarrhea and he has poor sanitary, hygienic, he doesn't wash he or her hands, and he's handling food.
Dr. Neone says there's 629 cases of Hep A in Kentucky. However, we only hear about those working in food.
You can find a doctor with hepatitis A. We're part of the community. It doesn't mean that I got it from the hospital. A food handler is part of the community. It doesn't matter that he got it in the restaurant.
The doctor's expert opinion?
You don't have to change your way of life. If you like to go out with your family to different restaurants, just keep doing it. Just follow the recommendations, and the restaurants are following the recommendations.